Good morning and welcome back to another time trial. So this morning it won't be me running the time trial. I will be trying to help Andy. I'm not in the shape anymore after my illness to pace him the whole way. So what I think I'm going to try and do is one out and back, which is about 4 miles, pacing him, running. And then I'm going to quickly jump on the bike and try and help him out with pacing, but also with the encouragement and support he needs to get his half marathon goal. His goal is sub 74 minutes, which if that was in a race would be enough to qualify him for a championship place, guaranteed place in the championship pen at the London Marathon. Obviously it's not official, but it shows him that he's in that sort of shape, so when races return he can go out and get that championship qualifier. I know he's been training really well, so I'm excited to see how he does. I'm not feeling at my best, but it's good to see other people really excelling in their running. And it'll be a good hit out 4 miles at this pace, but it's about 5:40, 5:43 pace. So I did that session in the week and did 3 miles at about that pace, so I'm just extending that by a mile and hopefully it should be okay. Going to be wearing the next percents, trying to make things a little bit easier, but I'm really excited. Conditions aren't great. Very slick surface today, really wet. It's been raining all morning. But I don't think the wind's too bad, which is a massive plus. But I might be wrong. I might get out there now and it'd be horrendous. I'm going to get my DAPs on and start my warm-up. I don't know what Andy's warm-up routine is, but I want to get something done because I did a recovery run yesterday and my legs don't feel super. And I don't want to be going at 5:40 pace without getting them all warmed up with a few drills, etc. as well. So I'm going to get going. Am I gonna take the GoPro? Probably not for the running bit, but I'll grab it then when I jump on the bike. I'm gonna have to quickly grab the bike. It took me about 20 minutes to get in the car, so I don't know how quickly I can get it out, but I'm sure I'll catch him up pretty quick. So we've got a warm up done, and now we're pretty much ready to go. How are you feeling, Andy?
I'm feeling hot, tired, like I'm gonna drop out at I'm feeling good. The wind is good, the weather's good. We're just gonna see what happens. As Matt would say, we're gonna roll the dice, 5:45 pace, see how long we can hold it.
Very good. So I'm looking forward to this. Actually a bit nervous because I don't know if I've got 4 miles at 5:45 pace, but we'll see. Andy, you can tell he's a little bit nervous because he's started to make excuses, but I'm sure when we get going he'll dig in and get it done. He was saying, oh, if it gets hard I might not be silly and drop off the pace, but I don't think he means it, especially when I'm in his ear telling him to grind it out. I think what he was saying is if it's not his day, it's not his day, but I'm confident he's going to absolutely smash it. .6 miles in, on course where Andy's pushing. We've got this, Andy, come on! 2 laps of the track, dig! Come on, Andy, ticked over 13, come on, push! The pain goes away, suffer more! Suffer more! That's it, dig in. Finish line's in sight, mate. "50 meters.
Done.
I feel sick. I didn't enjoy the sprint at the end. Oh. Talk to me, Andy, talk to me.
1:15:38, 1:15:38, 1:15:38, baby. That was elite pacing right there. That was just phenomenal. And I knew that if I went way too quick, way too early, this would never have happened. But Matt kept me honest today. 1:15:38, 13.13 miles. Happy flipping days.
Oh, back in the car, back in the dry, and I'm so chuffed for Andy. That's amazing. Okay, I'm glad he told me that he didn't want sub 1:15. He was after sub 1:16. He wanted to run a 1:15 because that changed the whole pacing, made it a little bit more manageable for me. Not much, but instead of 5:43s, we were aiming for like 5:45, 5:46, 5:47 sort of pace. I think he said 5:49 would do it. I did plan to jump on the bike after 4 miles, but I got carried away, said I'd do another lap, and before I knew it, I couldn't just leave him there at 9-10 miles. I wanted to help him as much as I could, but also it was a big challenge for me. Could I stick it for the last 3? So we did it. We ran 1:15. I think he came up 38. I stopped my watch a couple of seconds after that, so 42 I think it was. And yeah, just a brilliant run. Before we started, he was a little bit like, oh, if it's not my day, it's not my day. I think sometimes the conditions can get in your head. It was raining the whole time. It was a little bit windy. You could definitely feel the wind. But it wasn't, you know, I've run in much worse conditions than this. But it wasn't a fast day to run. But yeah, we just locked into a rhythm. There's a slight drag bit and there's a slight downhill bit. It's very, very marginal, but you've got to sort of take into account the feel of the pace you're running rather than just the watch, because the watch can throw you off a little bit. It can split at like 5:55 and start to worry that you're going too slow, but then when you come down the other side, it normally averages out about right. Anyway, really chuffed for Andy. He's been working really hard, and that's a massive PB for him. And, you know, to PB, just running around Lydney, doing loads of 180-degree turns is pretty special. And I'm really chuffed. But personally, I don't know where that's come from. I did a session on Tuesday, and I did 3 miles at that pace, and it felt very difficult. And my heart rate was at threshold pace. I don't know what my heart rate was today. It was probably quite high. But yeah, it just felt really difficult doing 3 miles earlier in the week. And then I raced on Thursday. Did a recovery run yesterday, and somehow, don't know where today came from. Had the next percents on. They're amazing. Just so good. If I'm honest, I just don't think any other shoe would have performed the way these did today, including the Alpha Flight, including the Endorphin Pro. Endorphin Pro are actually, I haven't done my review, I'm sorry about that. But one thing I'd say about the Endorphin Pro, great shoe, but in the wet, they're so slippery, so they would have been horrendous today. But the next percent did an incredible job, and I've run a 1:15, and it's a great training run. And I'm really looking forward to kicking on now next week. It's given me a massive boost of confidence after a tough few weeks.